You guys have just blown people's minds. So let me back up and explain. Nate's a designer, a graphic designer. So he wants to print some t-shirts. He's going to have to create a design, and he's going to have to go to a screen printer. Fortunately, he worked for one. But he would have to he'd have to grab those t-shirts. So let's say he wants to test them out. He'd have to print, let's say he prints 20 of them. What sizes do you need? Well, let's see. Most people are probably going to be large. So let's do 10 large, 3 small, 3 medium, and 4 XLs or whatever. Maybe that adds up to 20. Now you got to sell them. Where are you going to sell them? Well, let's create a website and let's put them up on the website and hope people buy them. No, not anymore. With Amazon Merch and all these other programs, you can literally I have a really cool idea for design. Maybe it's just a single word, because wordy t-shirts work now. Maybe it's a Bible verse. Maybe it's a saying. Whatever it is, you can test it out. You don't have to buy any inventory. You don't have to buy any t-shirts. You literally upload a PNG file. You upload it. It's live on Amazon.com. I can then go search for your shirt. So let's say that your shirt is, you guys always use the cats as an example. So let's say I'm a cat lover and I type in that I want a cat t-shirt. Your design could pop up in that, when I type in that description. And I buy your shirt, okay? Do you guys have to physically then take a t-shirt, put it on a printer, print it out? No, Amazon does that. Amazon will get somebody in some factory somewhere is grabbing a t-shirt, putting it on, and maybe even that's automated, I don't know. But it gets printed, and then they mail that one to me in my exact size.
And I came across Merch by Amazon, or MBA as it's better known. And basically what that is it's a partnership with Amazon, where they use new printing technology that's called DTG, or direct to garment printing. And these are just basically big machines, kind of like your at-home printer that can print back and forth instead of the traditional screen printing way. And what that allows you to do is print things on demand. So I can create a design, I can submit it to Amazon, and if a customer sees that design on their website and actually purchases it, then Amazon prints that t-shirt or whatever product it is, and will ship it to that customer. So,
and how much does that program cost?
$0. So $3.99, as we like to say.
Free 99?
Yeah, which is incredible, because the machines that they've purchased are by themselves $250,000, and then the warehouses that they're putting them in, the infrastructure that they have built for all the shipping, the customer service that they provide, which is a huge thing that I'm glad that I don't have to deal with angry eBay customers anymore.
Right.
So they've really just built this multi-million-dollar business, and you can tap into it for free by creating an account with Merch by Amazon. There isn't what's the word I'm looking for? Approval process that you have to go through to get an account, but you submit for it, you wait a couple of weeks, and then you have basically access to a multi-million-dollar business that you just have to provide a few things for. And obviously there's a lot of learning and lessons that we've learned along the way working with Amazon. But yeah, it is an amazing thing that allowed me to go from just working at a screen printer company from 9 to 5, and I treated that side hustle like a second job. So I would work my 8 hours at the screen printer, and then I would come home and work another 8 hours trying to figure out this Merch by Amazon thing, or print on demand in general. And so it was truly a blessing. Thank you, Amazon, for providing such an awesome service. But it was a lot of work to get to where we are now. It is technically the same thing I was doing at my screen printing job, which was creating designs, but it's for a completely different customer base, and you don't get a ton of information on those customers, so you kind of got to figure it out as you're going forward. And like you said in the last segment, just taking action and moving forward is going to be the best teacher, or the best way to learn those lessons, just kind of jumping into it, especially because it is free.
We are doing the licensing side of the deal, essentially. We are providing the art, the keywords, the asset to Amazon, and then they have the t-shirts, whatever else product that they're going to print on, and the ability to print it and ship it. So we don't handle any of the logistics side of it. That's the amazing part. I think with merch, or just print on demand, if you want to get into the business, that's the best place to start, because you can earn as you learn. It does not cost you anything to have an account. It does not cost you anything to make listings, which on Amazon seems mind-bending. but it's a perfect way to get into the business with no money and start earning some money
Yep.
so that you can go into other aspects of the business, like partnerships.
The beauty of this is, think of all the businesses, all the churches, think of youth groups who go on missions trips and get t-shirts, and they have to then say, okay, well, what size are you? What size are you? And they have an order form and they have to go to a local printer. You guys don't have to do that anymore. There's a whole business model that could sprout up, that people in our community, we know some of these folks that are doing this. They're going to businesses and ministries and saying, we can do print on demand t-shirts for you. And you're leveraging Amazon and their massive infrastructure, and you got a built-in business where you can go to people and say, I'll do print on demand. You don't have to order 500. You don't have to order any. You just hand out a link to everybody that wants a shirt, and we can split the profit. So
yeah, that what you talked about is a huge opportunity. There's a pretty big gap in the market, because most of the time when you go to where Nathaniel used to work, they're minimum quantity orders. And there's a
Yes.
lot of people that don't want to order 30, 40, 50 shirts.
Right.
You can provide that service for them. It's very easy for you to get that design onto Amazon site, and then they can order them.
I'm going to clip you guys talking about that, because basically the last 2 years I've traveled doing that same exact like sales pitch, or just educating people of what print on demand is and the power that it has. So going to a ton of different churches, because this is not a inventory-based business where I have to have a physical location and ship these things out, I have been able to travel with just my little,
jealous now.
Yeah, trying to tell what's possible. So I've been able to travel with just my laptop and road trip basically the United States twice over the last 2
He
years.
went to Alaska on a phone call. He was like, I'm thinking about going to Alaska. Bro. I was like, there's no internet up there. How are we going to work? He's like, we'll figure it out. And then he just left. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
And so giving that same, education to people of this is what print on demand is, and this is why it can help your business or your church or whatever do fundraising. Like, there's so many opportunities in
oh my gosh, yes.
This industry.
So guys, if you listen to this show and you're like, you know what, I don't really see myself going around to all the Walmarts in my town and doing retail arbitrage. I don't want to get online and search for products or do private label or wholesale. That is totally okay. Yeah, you want to avoid Black Friday like it's the plague. I get it. This is a whole other business model that you can do, and it does not require a single bit of inventory. If you can talk to people, if you are comfortable saying, hey, do you need shirts? I can do them. Print on demand. I'll do them for you. You don't have to have, like Stephen, you said, you don't have to order a bunch of them. You don't have to order any at all, and it's a built-in business model that literally anybody can do. If you know a business or a ministry or church, whatever, that needs shirts, you can provide that for them, and you can make money doing this. And we'll get into what that can become in the next segment. So guys, we'll be back more with more of Stephen and Nate Hibbert here on the Streams of Income radio show.